The top 30 drivers in both the X30 classes have already qualified and are in the pre-final. The 22 drivers on circuit now, they have just 10 minutes plus 1 lap to get themselves into the top 6 positions. And if they finish in the top 6, they are through. Anyone who finishes 7th on back in the next 2 races, sadly, their Kart Masters Challenge for 2017 is over. The grid is as follows. Pole position, number 13, Bhav Singh. On the outside of the front row, Adam Jones in Kart 43. We have Freddie Simpson, Stacey and Lewis Gilbert on row 2. From Finland, Levi Lintukanto and Cameron Coombs on row 3. On row 4, Will Layton and Cameron Driscoll. Row 5, Alex Lloyd and Caden McQueen. Row 6, Star Casey and Max Barnett. Row 7, Rupert Flynn and James Levy. Row 8, Sheog Martin and Jason Lockwood. Row 9, from Mexico, Alejandro Diaz and Alex Simmons. Row 10, Molly Dodd and Josh Torpy. Row 12, Michael Sutton, and from Trinidad and Tobago, Enrique De Leon. International field, 10 minutes plus a lap. They come to the line. We are racing here at Kart Masters 2017 Finals Day. They head through the Bruno Ferrari S's and under the bridge onto the only banked corner in British kart racing, turn number 3, and then over the Lichfield Bridge into turn number 4 and off down the hill towards hairpin number 1 with the gold kart of number 43 Adam Jones leading the way, and into hairpin number 2. Field 3 wide. Oh, there's the 24 and the 32 getting together. That is Alex Simmons and Sheog Martin. And up at the front, Bhav Singh going through Bobby Gain corner in the number 13 BKC karting machine. And he was on pole. He's dropped back to, I believe, 3rd, 4th, 5th place now, as making a move for 2nd place behind Adam Jones. That's Alex Lloyd. Now, Alex Lloyd was one of the many drivers who didn't expect to be in this situation. He had several issues, nose cone penalties sustained for the rolling laps yesterday. Well, what happens if you qualify badly and then find yourself in a place that you're not accustomed to? Then that's where things happen. So we are into lap number 2. Lloyd in the number 48 takes the lead. Adam Jones slots in 2nd. Now, for those of you that haven't tuned in yet, over the past 2 days, all these drivers have competed in 2 qualifying sessions and 4 heat races, scoring points from the heat races. And looking at their finishing positions, well, Alex Lloyd, after the penalties, he had an 8th place finish in the one race that he had a clean run in, but then nothing better than the 22nd. And they're all penalties. 10-second penalty if you drop your if your nose cone bracket has dropped. There's Caden McQueen. Oh, and over the grass. That's one of the 698 racing drivers. That's Connor Coombs by the looks of it, going over the grass at turn number 1 as Caden McQueen in the 42 Madcock kart goes past him. The number 16 Thule Motorsport entry of was actually number 16 is Max Barnett, sorry, in the NLC Motorsport machine, which looks suspiciously like, and there's Connor Coombs fighting back. So this is where things get a little bit frantic, because you've got Alex Lloyd leading, then it's Adam Jones 2nd, Freddie Simpson, Stacey in 3rd, with the middle cart with a black crash helmet in your picture now. Behind him, Lewis Gilbert, the Persistence Motorsport number 43. Then it's the poleman Bhav Singh in the number 13 black and red BKC karting entry, and then in 6th position, right at the back of that picture there with a yellow flex on his number 101, that's Evolution Race, Levi Lintukanto. Lintukanto is the man on the bubble. Gilbert makes the move, and Gilbert passes Freddie Simpson Stacey for 2nd. Oh, and up the bank goes Bhav Singh, and that is Bhav Singh spinning out of a potential qualifying space. He's in the race, but out of the top 6, and his chances of making the Grand Prix are over. And also noticed on the first lap, well, two of our international drivers, Mexico's Alejandro Diaz and Trinidad's Enrique de Leon, had an international territorial dispute, and it resulted in Alejandro Diaz getting a warning flag and Enrique de Leon having a half spin that has dropped him a bit further back from the pack. So we will not see Mexico or Trinidad represented in the Grand Prix this year, but those developing karting nations are getting better, and we may see them in the future. Up at the front, Lloyd, finally, after 2 days of battling around in mid-pack, has some clean track with a slippery surface flag being waved. Coming off the Litchfield Bridge, as there's the move. There is the number 35 of Freddie Simpson-Stacey retaking Lewis Gilbert for seconds. We've got 5.5 minutes to go. Now Simpson-Stacey and Gilbert, they're clear. They don't need to battle. They don't need to get involved. The difference between winning this race and coming second in this race is whether you start 31st or 32nd in the pre-final. So it doesn't really matter. Is it worth risking a nose cone penalty, a trip to the steward's room, an incident? And we now look, the most important battle on the circuit is not a battle yet. It is between number 42, Caden McQueen, and number 101, Levi Lintocanto. So that's second and third. Down the hill, Adam Jones running a little bit wide, and now behind Jones, Max Barnett and McQueen all try and make their move. So Adam Jones is about to get a mechanical flag, so that is going to take another one of the top six out, and he runs wide. There's steam coming out of the back of that car. Actually, that may be water, and that may be an expensive problem about to develop. That's why the mechanical flag is out, and Adam Jones was getting muscled wide there as Max Barnett and Caden McQueen and Levi Lintocanto go through. So Levi Lintocanto is now in 6th position. There is a gap as we watch the leaders cross the line. So we look back. The second blue and yellow kart coming through your picture now is the driver in 6th place. Adam Jones is 7th, but he's about to receive the mechanical flag, I believe. Behind him is number 188. That is Will Layton. And Will Layton, the Litchfield Motorsport driver from Banbury, he is the driver in 7th place. At the moment, he's the first driver going home. He has got to get about 20 kart lengths up the road to catch the number 101 of Levi Lintocanto. There's Lintocanto at the back of your picture there. It's the green kart, the green and white kart with the orange stripe down the side of it, as we watch Simpson-Stacey and Gilbert battle over 2nd place. The gap between Layton and the final transfer spot is 1.3 seconds. That's a lot. Layton and Alex Simmons got to get their head down. There's the top 6 on the main straight. They complete lap number 7. Lost Molly Dodd and Jason Lockwood. So we're down to 20 runners, the 22 starters. And there's McQueen in 5th, chasing Barnett in 4th. So McQueen, who, the Mad Croc kart, he had a best finish of 20th in his heat races. Freddie Simpson-Stacey finished 8th and 15th, but then 2 finishes at 29th isn't going to do you much good. That's Barnett and McQueen there, 4th and 5th. Behind them, Lintocanto on his own, and the gap then to 7th place, Will Layton. 7th place, Alex Simmons now in the number 24 kart. The gap is 1.2 seconds. So Levi Lintocanto has got 1.2 seconds of breathing space. That is not much. Lintocanto, 2 19th place finishes. There is the chasing back. There's the number 24 of Alex Simmons being chased by Will Leighton, and that there is the gap. Coming through the second hairpin now on your screens. That is the gap. The 101 is in the pre-final and the Grand Prix. The two karts following him, the 24 and the 188, are out with just over a minute to go. So Levi Lintocanto coming through the Bobby Game corner. You can see no one in front of him to slow him down, but Simmons and Leighton, they'll be working together to try and get up there. That pink and white car of Alex Simmons, privateer driver. This is like a Pierce Sexton Racing graphics kit. He is pushing as hard as he can. Lloyd, Simpson Stacey, Gilbert, Barnett, McQueen and Lintocanto. Gilbert sets a new fast lap, 59.480 seconds. Into the second hairpin. Barnett and McQueen. Then you won't see them battling over fourth place in the repechage because they are safe. The gap is coming down. Alex Simmons is closing on Levi Lintocanto and he's bringing Will Leighton with him. Connor Coombs runs 9th, James Laby is 10th, and Sheag Martin, Star Casey, Rupert Flynn and Michael Sutton are the top 14. 15th is Josh Torpey, then Bav Singh after his incident is down in 16th. Alejandro Diaz, Callum Driscoll and Enrique De Leon are next. On to the final lap. The gap between 6th and 7th is 0.7 of a second. That man there, Alex Lloyd, who races for the Dan Holland racing team. Last year, Alex was competing for the Mini-Match British Championship, suffered a horrendous injury that required a lot of surgery, and he's very brave to get back in a kart and finds himself qualifying, not the way he would have intended to, but he's in. The question now is, have any of the top 6 sustained any form of penalty? That is the only thing, that and any post-race scrutineering issues, the only thing that will prevent them from qualifying. The checkered flag comes out, Lloyd wins, Simpson Stacey second, Gilbert third, followed by Barnett, McQueen, and we wait, Levi Lintocanto does finish in 6th position. He has just 0.3 of a second. Oh, Alex Simmons was very close. One more lap maybe. And that could have been a different story. So, and sadly for Alex Simmons, Will Leighton, Cameron Coombs, James Laby, Sheag Martin, Rupert Flynn, Star Casey, Michael Sutton, Bav Singh, Josh Torpey, Callum Driscoll, Alejandro Diaz, Enrique De Leon, Adam Jones, Jason Lockwood, and Molly Dodd, Kart Masters 2017. Apart from the Drivers' Parade, we'll see them in the Drivers' Parade later on, but their chances of winning a GP plate is over, and I will say a big well done and congratulations to some of our international drivers. Alejandro Diaz, I think his brother we're going to see in another class, but they have been with Thule Motorsport. They've got Jay Howard here helping them. A big thank you to them for travelling all the way